Love is blind. We have to unpack what just happened. And let's start off with Dave. You guys, I can't. I need you to hear me on this because, I noticed that Dave and Lauren are not obsessed with each other. And I feel like it's always good to be healthily obsessed with your partner. Like Will and I, my husband, we've been married for 17 years and we're obsessed. Like people feel that all the time when they're with us. Dave and Lauren, I don't feel that. But now what happened, what Dave did, you guys, I am so grossed out. I'm like, the whole time I'm like watching, I'm like, ew, ew, really? And actually what's even more startling, like let's just talk about what Dave did. He doesn't, feel good when he gets back home and he gets messages from his friends and his sister that they're all concerned because Lauren was dating some guy that they know, that he knows. It's some guy that he knows in the group. And Lauren was supposedly dating him. And right before coming on to the show. And Lauren is saying, no, she wasn't. She was not dating him. And she explains it was just a friends with benefit thing, strictly friends with benefit. And that's all it was. They were not serious. They never went on a date. And Dave doesn't believe her. Like he just doesn't trust her. He doesn't believe her. And it's so gross too how he basically is trying to shame her. It feels like he's shaming her for having sex. Like, oh, you're with this guy and I'm sleeping next to you. And I'm like, fuck off, Dave. Like, seriously, it's just so gross how Dave is saying it. And Lauren is like, wait a second, what? And he's like, I haven't even had sex with you. Like, we haven't even done all that. And I really think that his ego he's very ego driven. He's all about like, oh, you've had sex with that guy and not me. And right before you met me, you had some cock in you, And I just feel like Dave is a man child. And what's more startling than all of this is that Lauren is still there talking to him, trying to convince him that it didn't mean anything, or they were not dating right before she went off to the show. Like, Dave is jumping to these ridiculous conclusions. And at the end of the day, I don't even think Dave was that into Lauren. And I think Dave is like really grasping at anything that he can. But he's like, oh, how can you be doing that, dating this guy and, having sex with him and then come on and say you're ready for marriage? I'm like, it's beyond me that Lauren doesn't just walk the fuck out, or at least put him in his fucking place and then walk out. I am blown away that Lauren is still saying, even after all the things that Dave is saying to her, not trusting her, trying to shame her for having sex with this guy, not believing her, saying, oh, it's hard. I'm really working on this. That's what he's saying. And he's basically saying, I trust everyone else but you. I don't trust you. And he has his own insecurities. He has his own ego shit. He probably has some dick issues too. I'm over Dave. And what's shocking, it's not even Dave that's the most shocking, that Lauren, oh my gosh, and I have like so much love for Lauren. I really do. I used to be a teacher for 6 years. Like I have so much love for her. And I'm like, Lauren, get the hell out of there. Like get away from this man. And no, she's like, oh, just all I want is to get married and I'm like, what? This guy is so not for you. People tell you who they are, and it's up to you to actually believe them. And Dave is showing all of us and you that he doesn't trust you, that he has issues. He really does. He said it from the beginning. I said this from the beginning when he was like, oh, my mom wishes, I could have integrity and I want to be that guy. But he's never been that guy. He doesn't trust you because he doesn't even trust himself. Oof, seriously, that is the real problem. When he has this whole thing, this complex about sex, he was saying all he did with women is, it's all about sex, the physicalities, that's what he was doing. And now he's shaming Lauren for doing the same shit practically that he was doing. And it's bullshit. It is total bullshit. And so I truly hope that Lauren does not marry this man, because first of all, he's a man child. Let's not even say he's a man. Let's not offend men. I'm sorry. He's fucking not. And I'm just like grossed out by him. And I like, let me know. Seriously, I need you to tell me, like, on, write a review on the, write me back on Spotify, write on YouTube or on Instagram, the JkL&x. Be like, oh my God, are you with me? Like, are we grossed out by Dave? Like, and if you are dating someone like him, if someone is questioning you like him, this is when you freaking say bye bye. Bye bye. You can say it like that because that's how I say it. And it's fucking hilarious and I love it. Because you know what? It's not that deep. I just feel like we're always so busy trying to make it work with the wrong fucking people. He is so the wrong guy for Lauren. Oh my God, he's not good enough for fucking Lauren. And I just wish Lauren can see how amazing she is. I wish she knew like the love that she really deserves. That guy that adores her, that would never fucking question her, would be like, absolutely, I trust you. A man who is secure, a man who doesn't give a shit if she just has sex with somebody a week before she got on the show. Who cares? Like, he is so gross, and it's heartbreaking. It is heartbreaking that Lauren is still talking to him, investing her heart and energy, trying to convince him that she is worthy of his stupid ass. I may have been triggered by all this because it really does remind me. No, it really reminds me of where I was before I met Will and I was dating. You guys, I felt that way. I felt like I was begging people to fucking like show up for me and realize how amazing I am and to trust that I'm amazing. And it's never going to work. It's not going to happen. You are wasting precious energy. And that's what I was doing. I was wasting my precious, beautiful energy on the wrong fucking guys when I owned my shit and I said, why am I choosing asshole after asshole or man-child after man-child? And I really realized how worthy I was. Oh my God, there we go. Magic. The magic that the universe has for us happened. That's when I met my person. But like, Lauren's not there. And, so obviously, yeah, I'm fucking set off because this all reminds me of where I was. I talk to women all the time. So many of my clients, all of this hits home because this is where you're at. So many of you are there where like, this is so familiar. You're probably watching Love is Blind and you're like, oh yeah, like I have relationships like this. Like, this is very familiar. Like, none of this is weird to you maybe. Like, that's what I want to know. And I'm watching and I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I'm like talking to the screen. I'm like, fuck you, Dave. Like, Lauren, wake up. Oh my gosh. Can I manifest that? I want to be the love coach on Love is Blind. Like, I just really want to be there. I just do. I feel like this would be amazing. Oh my gosh. I'm manifesting this. Nick Lachey, Vanessa, come on. We need to go on because we have more to talk about. I could have gone on and on, but let's keep going. There's amazing people. Like, look at Daniel. You guys, I was rooting for Daniel. Let's just start there. I was rooting for him from the beginning. When she was like, Taylor was worried that, oh my God, you followed me. I was like, no freaking way. No way. I'm like, there's no way I could see that happening. And the way, you guys, the gold takeaway, and you guys have to see it, is when Daniel was like listening to her concerns. And she was like, I feel like you followed me and then unfollowed me. Did you know my things? And he listened and he said, absolutely not. Like, and he was like, but it's possible. Is it possible? Maybe, but I don't remember. I never saw you in my life. And I saw his face and I believed him. I truly believed him. But what I loved, the best part about all of that is how patient he was with her. How secure of a man, what a rock of a person for her. He was like, she's feeling anxious. She's kind of spiraling here. She was saying that about herself. And he was like, do what you need to do to just feel 100%. I can understand. He had empathy, you guys. Like, this is emotional maturity. Dave, take note. Seriously. Like, Daniel is like night and day, so different from freaking Dave. Daniel is like a breath of fresh air. And that's what I want you to find in your partner, someone who is, let me show up for you, let me be patient. Hey, I understand. He's not getting offended. He's not ego driven saying, how dare you? Oh, like he was just like, hey, do you feel like I would do that? Like he was really just trying to be supportive and say, hey, if you don't want to go to Honduras, we can go back home. Whatever you're comfortable with, I'll do whatever it is. And I just like love that. I love Daniel. And he was just amazing for Taylor. And Taylor was able to call herself out. She's like, whoopsie daisies. She like looked at her app that she has for followers and she realized that he never followed her. Like that was something in her head. And you know what, you guys, this is so true. When something is so good and like too good to be true, sometimes we will self sabotage. We will blow shit up. Like your head is like, oh no no no, something's going on here. Like ego is in there. Like wait. This is dangerous, danger. Even though there's no fucking danger. It's just that it's such unusual territory to be like, oh my God, I'm in a relationship with this amazing man. That's everything I ever wanted. It makes you feel safe. Something's gonna fucking go wrong. Like, and if it doesn't, let me set off that fucking bomb. And like obviously that's not consciously decided, right? That's like subconsciously we fucking self-sabotage our shit. And I'm like, oh my gosh, Taylor, you're freaking blowing this up. This is crazy. But what I love so much is that it only made them stronger. I feel like the way that he showed up for her was just magic. This is what you want from your partner. Like, you guys, I have to tell you, like in my relationship with Will, it's not like it's all been rainbows and butterflies. Especially in the beginning, I used to be very anxiously attached. When I met Will and started dating him, I was stepping into, oh, a securely attached person. Oh my God, this feels amazing. But do you think that I was not triggered sometimes and try to go, get anxious and get my freaking insecurities were like, oh shit, I'm jealous and whatever? Hell yes, it would happen. And it was amazing being reassured by this secure man, this partner who was like, I got you. Like, it's okay. It wasn't like all the time blowing shit up or anything like that. That's really important. But like sometimes it would happen. And so I feel like this is really important where Taylor is like acknowledging and noticing, oopsies, like I went a little cuckoo there. And he showed up for her and she is so grateful for that and leans in and realizes there's nothing to fear. Oh my God, and they're so fucking cute, you guys, because like the parents of both of them, like I love that. Both their parents have been together. Like one parents have been together for like 30 years or something like that. 35, 37, I don't know, something like that. And then the other one 50 years. They've been together for such a long time and they come together and they meet. Like my parents are still together and Will's parents were together until his mom passed away last January. But like they were together for like almost 50 years, both sets. And I just feel like that is so strong and so beautiful. And I'm not saying if your parents weren't together, you're not going to find it. That's not what I'm saying. But what I am saying is like that, you could see in their conversations, Taylor and Daniel, how they have witnessed this beautiful relationship and have wanted it for themselves. And their parents being supportive was so beautiful. I loved the parents. Like they were just so sweet. Even though, Taylor's mom was a little bit like not 100%, but she was so like all in with Daniel. Okay, I was crying, you guys. First of all, I was crying probably because of thinking my mother-in-law, I'm already, my voice is starting to break because I miss her. That grieving process, I'm still in it. And so like seeing her meet her future mother-in-law and all those things happening was so beautiful. And I love, you understand, you guys, this is something that you should keep in mind as you're moving forward and finding your person and your relationship. Having people that are in healthy relationships and are wise and can offer guidance on your journey is so powerful and it's so important. And so I felt so good for Daniel and Taylor because they're so sweet, they're so genuine, they're like all in. I really feel like they are both aligned completely in what they want. And to then add, oh my gosh, they have the support of their families for them to be a light on their path. that is everything. Like all of that is gold. Like if we're betting, I'm like all in with Daniel and Taylor. Like, oh my God, they're amazing. And like, oh my gosh, his sister who's blind and she's just such a beautiful soul. I just feel like there's so many things about both their families that are just speak to their character. Daniel has never brought home a person. Like he doesn't take that lightly. And so I really trust them both. I feel like they're going all the way. I'm so all in. Tell me if you agree with me or not. Seriously, tell me. Okay, and I have to tell you about stop. Ben and Sarah, you guys, they're so cute. They are so freaking cute. But and then they meet Ben's friends, yada yada, whatever, cool. Everything goes awesome, perfect. Until, of course, complication. Sarah sees something on TikTok, and it was a girl talking about how she dated Ben 4 years ago, and she was crying about it. Okay, that's like that feels really red flag y, obviously. But what I love about Sarah was that she brought it up to him, asked him about it, said, "Tell me everything." And he did. He said, "Yeah, I ghosted her. We never even had sex. Nothing happened." Which, by the way, this whole thing about like, oh, we didn't even have sex. Like, I feel like that doesn't mean it didn't matter. So like Ben kind of like shut the fuck up with that. Like, I'm sorry, but like Ben, you're sweet, but you got to like be a little bit more emotionally mature. I think that it's so important to acknowledge when you're investing, any energy, into somebody and their feelings are involved. Like, honestly, at the end of the day, that means so much, even more sometimes than just having sex. So for him to be like, oh, whatever, we never even hooked up. I'm like, wait a second. Did you like, what did you guys talk about? Like, did you ever say you're falling in love? Did you ever say, did you have, promise things? Did you, like ask questions to see about were they connecting on an emotional level? Was she? Because that matters. But he's kind of like dismissing it. And so that makes me feel like not that he's being malicious, but I feel like he may not be aware of like women, like how, and like, oh, relationships, and that is important to a woman. And like for him it's like, I didn't put my penis in her, so everything should be fine. And it's like, that's not how it works. That's like not the only thing that matters. There's like so much more that matters, and that's giving me man child. So I'm not feeling super warm and fuzzy about Ben. Like, do I feel like he's like still like, oh my God, like a good guy? Yeah, But Sarah, I think, is so emotionally mature, and she's very clear about like what she stands for, and like she's just like very badass and has her shit together. And I just feel like her energy, I just see her more with a very secure man that is very emotionally intelligent, that stands for things that are aligned with her, that he doesn't have to be like, can you help me figure things out? Like, I just feel like I see Sarah with another man that is just like has it all. And I think that Ben isn't there yet. So like, yes, they have fun, they're so cute, but I wouldn't be betting on them like, oh my God, they're gonna be together forever. Woo! Like, no, 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 no. But obviously, I'm obviously gonna watch, and I'm gonna be like thinking at the end of the day, Sarah, are you gonna say no? Like, that's kind of where my bet is. Sarah's gonna say no. Taylor and Daniel are both saying yes. Dave and Lauren, I hope Lauren says fucking no, because Dave is, ugh, I can't. And I got to talk about Devin and Monica, you guys. I love what they say. Like Devin says, it's so easy. You guys, and this is what I keep telling you. It is so easy. When you're with the right person, it is easy. Like, oh my God, marriage is hard. No, it's fucking not. People say, I really completely disagree. Completely. Marriage is so much fun. It is the time of your life, doing life with your partner by your side. When you have it so crystal clear of your worth, of what you want, and you know, like, this is my person, that we're totally aligned, it is easy. So if you're right now feeling like it's so hard with the guy that I'm talking to, or with the person I'm talking to, or whatever, you're wasting your energy with the wrong person. 100%. And this is when you have to say bye to make space to receive the right partner, right? And so Devin and Monica, I love what Devin's like, this is just so easy. And I feel it. I feel like they're so cute together and it is so easy. I don't know. I just feel like they're awesome. And then one last thing about them that I have to talk about because it's so important is that they talk about partnership and how she wants to be a millionaire. Hell yes, Monica, you're freaking badass. Oh my god, I'm saying Monica. I'm so sorry. It's Virginia. Shit. It's Devin, Devin and Virginia. And hello, Virginia is a badass, and she talks about being a millionaire, and I love that. And she says, "Hey, I want to do a prenup," and he agrees, and he understands her point of view. And I love that she was like, but we're going to take care of debt together. It's not like I'm going to be a millionaire and you're going to be in debt. We're in it together. And they're so on the same page with that. So I just feel like she's just a badass. I feel like, I don't know, I get this energy from her that she's going to kill it in her life. And I think that Devin is going to be a great teammate and he's on board. Am I like 100% there, like, yes, forever? I don't know. Like, the only concern I have is like, is Devin 100% like Monica in the way of like she's got it all together. I just feel like she's got her shit together. She sees everything really clearly. So that's I just want to keep seeing actions align. Like, are they still 100% on the same page? Will he also be adding value to her life? And so far, it feels good. And so I'll have to just make sure to see a little bit more of it. And the last people we have to talk about, okay, you guys, Monica and Joey, and something that happens, you guys, if this happens in your life, okay, wake up. When Monica's sister meets Joey and she says, "Oh yeah, first of all, the way she goes at him, why are you single?" You know, I used to be the type of person that was like, "Let me tell it like it is," and I just realized that a lot of the way that I used to navigate is like ego shit and like putting people in their place and and I just realized like all of that is bullshit, and at the end of the day it doesn't serve your highest self, you know what I mean? And I do feel like Monica's sister, what she says about Joey saying, "Oh, he's not your type." It's like, okay, I don't even know Monica's sister's name, but I feel like this is where you're not giving good advice. Like right there, I'm all about saying to you, asking you, how has your type worked out? It hasn't. So fuck the type, right? Fuck that. And number two, when she says, Monica's sister says, "Oh my gosh, you're engaged before me. I'm 5 years older. I should be like engaged first." I am like, I just can't with her. I just cannot. I don't like that. And I get it. Sometimes sisters get jealous, and I don't think that she's not happy for Monica, but I feel like it's causing it's going to cause a bit of an issue for Monica. I love that Joey is so emotionally intelligent, that he's done a lot of therapy, and he asks, this is such gold, Joey. I love Joey. I'm like, I just feel like Monica's sister needs to get on board. Like, Joey says, "Oh, maybe your sister, maybe it's coming from jealousy. Maybe there's some unresolved issues." And Monica's thinking, yeah, maybe. And this is what it is to be in a good freaking relationship with a teammate who adds value to your life, because he could have been defensive. He could have been like, "Oh my God, why doesn't she like me?" Ooh. But he was like, "Well, let's think about this." Like, "Well, wait a second. Well, that's important. I want her to like me." Like, well, like he is acknowledging it. He's like not dismissing it, but he's also curious. Curiosity is so important. And he's like, "Well, maybe is there something else going on there? Has she ever approved of anyone that you've dated?" And Monica's like, "No, actually." Boom. This is where, think about your life. This is why Love is Blind is amazing. I love this show. Think about your life. Have you dated someone and someone in your family like always like, "Nope, nope, nope." And at the end of the day, it's like, why are you seeking someone's approval? First of all, where are they in their life? Like, have they found their happily ever after? Are they in a healthy relationship? Because I wouldn't hold my breath on Monica's sister's relationship. Like, I don't even know. Like, just based off of the advice that Monica's sister is saying, I'm just like not feeling warm and fuzzy about it. But on top of that, I feel like you yourself, as you're dating, and if someone is saying, nope, nope, not good enough, make sure, like, wait, does it even matter? Like, does their approval matter? You know, and like I think about my parents, and they were 100% not approving the guys I was choosing, and that mattered because my parents are like the best, and they were madly in love, and they knew what a healthy relationship is, and like I wanted that. So when they told me someone sucked, I was like listening. I'm like, oh my gosh, wait, what? And my mom is the one that would always say, it has to be crazy love or nothing. You know, and by the way, subscribe if you haven't. This is Crazy Love or Nothing podcast. And this is what it's about. It's about not settling for any bullshit relationship and actually making space to receive your person who only adds value to your life. And it exists. It exists. And so I feel like Love is Blind has shown us some amazing examples of like, oh my gosh, emotionally intelligent men and partnerships and teammates. And then you see man-child bullshit guys that are trying to dim your light and judge you and shame you. Yeah, I'm talking about you, fucking Dave. Yeah, not a fan. So I am dying to hear from you. Let me know if any of this resonates with you. Who are you for? Are you also like not feeling what's his face Dave? What's his face Dave? I'm just not a fan, obviously. I'm going to go back to him. But either way, thank you so much for listening. I'm excited to see what happens. Let me know who you think is actually going to get married and who's not. I'm excited. And I'll talk to you next time. Remember, it has to be crazy love or nothing. Until next time.